From the second largest city in the U.S., Los Angeles, California, we've got football as EA Sports coverage of the NFL is on the air. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Salt Lake City Flyers and the Los Angeles Rams. Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway.
Good one, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's 2nd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
Now on 2nd and 13, Goff. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Uchenna and Nwosu got the sack there.
2 plays so far, run and a pass attempt, and both have gone backwards.
Probably not how they drew that up.
Not at all.
Looking for a better play coming up on 3rd.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Come, baby. Woo! Hey, Echo. You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey, you don't want to see me.
3rd and long. It's gone. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down. To punt on 4th down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez. Back deep, the dangerous Tyler Lockett. They'll get 9 yards on the return there following a punt of 42. And out will come the offense as they take over.
At their own 28-yard line.
Let's go. In your face.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Here's a 2nd and 7. He's going to wind up and air it out. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown. A big play there with another touchdown, number 24 on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point right down the middle, and that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards is the pickup there, and a 1st down for L.A.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Steps away to his left. He'll try and run it. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Mike 5'9", Mike 5'9". Not today, you aren't. Not today.
2nd and 1. Buying time to his left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Joey Bosa in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions to start this thing. That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return.
First down and 10. At their own 19-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing, and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would...
And all the way in for the touchdown. A great effort there. 81 yards. And his guys get the quick strike touchdown. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 14-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. The first down run with Gurley, good for only about 3. It's 2nd down now. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Goff now looks to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. From the gun, here's Goff. And that is incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Now to try the field goal, here's Daniel Carlson. Right hash mark of 42-yard attempt. The kick by Carlson is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
They'll take over. First down and 10 at their own 37-yard line.
Ready,
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. Salt Lake City with the football here to begin quarter 2 as they've got it 2nd down and 12. Now a handoff here to his running back. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the first. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, they got off the field on 3rd down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments and usually only at halftime. But the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Montez Sweat has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. The Rams on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 16. They'll drop the throw. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Montez Sweat in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. And he puts a little something extra into this one, by far his best of the night. This will be fielded at the 17. A great return there of 22 yards. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
The 1st down play, to be frank, nothing short of awful, and now they have to deal with 2nd and very long. Looking to throw. Fields going deep downfield for Ross. And he fires one that's intercepted. Taylor Rapp with a pick. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
No gain on the screen there. It's 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. Woods the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Throwing on third. Gone. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. There to make the tackle, Samson Abuka. They'll run it now, out of the gun. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Back to throw. Fields. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. They'll run with Henderson here to begin the drive. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Now on 2nd and 13. Goff going down the middle, and it's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 22 yards there, a first down. Goff now 5 out of 10, 50% throwing it. Not so hot, but he does have a first down. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A good pickup, 17 yards, and also a Rams first down. Gurley again here on first down. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. Earlier this half, you were wondering how the defense was going to handle him defensively. Were they going to bottle him up at different levels, so to speak, is what you said. What have you seen so far?
Well, I think they've been absolutely terrific because it feels like on every play, if we were watching this in the film room, when they clicked off the film or stopped it, you would see 11 shirts of that same color right there in the frame trying to tackle him. That's what you're looking at.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Now back to throw. And oh, not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress.
Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. This defense had 3 interceptions last week. They're on pace for more than that here. 2 in the first half.
Do not adjust your set. This is not instant replay. This is a defense that is locked in. They're essentially running the routes for the receivers and turning into the receivers themselves, aren't they? I mean, it is amazing what I'm seeing because the reactions of those guys back on the back 7, phenomenal.
So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
198. Watch 98. 98. Set. Go.
To throw from his end zone. Fields. Open man is Higgins. And he gets it up to the 10-yard line here. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Looking to throw. Fields. And he whips that one incomplete there.
Well, touch and timing are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. And an alley to run. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Now this time he'll look to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
You better be afraid of me. Kill.
Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So, boy, that's already the 3rd they've burned here. They are out of timeouts now before we've even hit the 4th quarter. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. On 1st and 10, Fields. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Aaron Donald in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 for him now on the year. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
Check three. Check it out, read.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Back to throw. Fields. Flushed out right. Michael Pierce, in all of his 340-pound glory, gets the sack.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go to the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
Returnable here from the 38. Trailing here in the second half, went for the aggressive play, got a little too aggressive.
You've got to know when to pull up, or if you're going to go for it, how to take your body across a punter's body and not into him. Not a good play at all.
So a big break. The roughing the kicker called on 4th down leads to 1st and 10. Here's a quick throw caught by Smith. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. Another 2-yard gain there, but they'll need to do better this time. It's 3rd and 6. From the gun, Fields. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by John Johnson. And he'll get this back down to about the 12-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turn the block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
Time to establish the run game here. Gurley. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
Line 20. Line 59. It's a party now.
They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. I don't think Gurley got there. Looks like the defense held him back. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play, and that's going to lead them to 4th down. Line of scrimmage, the 2. They can still get a first down if they just get a yard out of this on 4th and very short. On 4th down, they're going to try the jet sweep. And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed, he did not. They stop him. And they've now made 2 trips to the red zone and still looking for their first touchdown.
Not able to punch it in, and if you're on defense, your confidence is sky high. Because mentally, you're saying, hey, you're in the red zone. We're thinking we're giving up 3. We just want to give up 6. In this case, they end up not giving up the touchdown at all. They've got to feel great about what they got done.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him. Find him. Find him.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some pushing. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. And he's not going to get anywhere close to the marker as they'll stop him well short of the yellow line.
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought the punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense up the offense. Now it's their turn to take it downfield.
The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
A simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to the position we were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence, not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do. Jarvis Landry, 35 yards, as his guys are back within a single score. And Charles, the defender, was there. He just didn't get it.
Sometimes these plays turn into basketball in a sense, with 2 guys going up for the football. Which guy's going to box the other away from it and grab it?
Yeah, I know you hear it a lot, but it's just the will to get it, right?
Oh, without a doubt, the will as well as some really nice touch on the ball that was thrown.
And some talent, too. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football. This game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball.
He's got a man. Complete. Past the 20. Touchdown. A big play there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this third quarter. Back now in Los Angeles. It's the Rams trailing, but they do have the football as we start the fourth and final quarter. Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 23. Now Goff. He sets to fire deep. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Now it's gone. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. Goff now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Back to throw here. And his throw is going to be incomplete. Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker, able to break that one up.
Very difficult night for the guys on offense. They've got to be looking at each other in the huddle and on the sidelines. How are we going to find some open space to complete a pass and find open room to run? This defense all night long has squeezed down the passing lanes, made plays on the football. It's really been a thing of beauty for them. He's got to figure all day long prepping for the game. They had to have talked about it again and again. Squeeze passing lanes, and we'll be in great shape.
3rd down turns to 1st with that 5-yard pickup. Back to throw. Gone. And he's got his man on the crossing route. That's Landry. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Mike Gesicki, and it's 2nd down.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game.
Ric Flair. 22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber. Check that. We want Mike 52.
2nd down, it's Henderson. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4. From the gun on 3rd down, Gone. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
Let's go.
First down and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal? End the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
Watch twist. Watch twist.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Call it an 8-yard gain, much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. From the gun on 3rd down. Fields. Got a man. It's Ross. Complete. And he gets into the end zone for the touchdown. A big play there. His 25th touchdown, tying him at Smith for the 5th most in one season. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. To throw on 2nd and 10. Goff. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked off by the linebacker, Jarrett Davis.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
Watch out. Watch out.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And it's caught. Touchdown. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And his guys capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. A carry by Henderson to start the drive. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Tremaine Edmonds there to bring him down. They had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge, whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end, in the direction they want to run the football? If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez. He's been terrific so far. So a change of possession here on the punt. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point, as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Fields dancing to his left. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left. Off play action. Fields. Got a man open. It's Ross. So this crowd will not go home happy. It's a victory for our visitors, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half.